Got some more information right now. Tonight, Speaker Silver is free on $200,000 bail, but he is, or rather was forced to surrender his passport. Despite the charges, Silver will continue to collect his approximately $121,000 salary for heading the assembly.
Other news now, 24 hours after flames broke out at an apartment complex in Edgewater, New Jersey. The video reminds us how devastating it was. What apparently began in a single apartment soon engulfed hundreds of others.
And tonight, answers as to why the fire spread out of control. This now a live picture from Chopper 2. You can still see smoke rising from the burning embers. Now the flames destroyed 240 units. 1,000 residents are displaced. We have team coverage.
And we begin with CBS 2's Sonia Rincon live tonight in Edgewater. Sonia.
Maurice, it was a fire you could see from Manhattan, and tonight you can still see the smoke rising up. It's coming up in bursts as the hot spots flare up under all that debris. That's been happening all day here. I'm actually standing in the playground of a school that was closed today as Edgewater remains under a state of emergency. You can see just how fragile the pieces of the collapsed building look now, what the fire chief here describes as lightweight construction, charred and soaked, after fire burned and spread here for hours. Edgewater Mayor Michael McPartland says about 500 first responders made sure everyone survived.
Everyone who showed up to this fire did a remarkable job. I mean, if you think about the scope of that fire, you could see this from miles away. Everyone got out.
That was a complicated mission for Fire Chief Thomas Jacobson as he coordinated the responding departments, including the FDNY. He says crews were simultaneously battling the raging fire while doing door-to-door searches in the smoke and pulling people from balconies.
We had a crew trapped on the balcony with a victim. We had to rescue with ground ladders from the back of the building. That was my concern first, not the building.
He says the sprinklers were working and the building was up to code, but most of it is wood.
If it was made out of concrete and cinder block, we wouldn't have this problem. But it's lightweight construction with sprinklers, and this is the problem you face with this type of construction.
Roughly 240 apartments in the AVALON complex were destroyed. 168 were saved. More than 1,000 people in all are displaced, like Dina Gomez.
It's very scary, you know, but I thank God I've got my family. And that's what's most important to me.
The Bergen County Arson Squad is looking into where and how the fire started. Police Chief William Skidmore says that doesn't mean anything is considered suspicious at this point.
Fire of this magnitude is an automatic response for the Arson Squad.
A fire nearly as devastating wiped out the AVALON complex back in 2000. Construction was almost complete. Nobody lived here yet. That fire was ruled an accident. You can still see the smoke and you can still smell the smoke depending on which way the wind is blowing. You may still be able to smell it in Manhattan. Officials here say that's to be expected. In fact, they say this fire is going to be getting attention from the fire departments here for the next few days. In Edgewater, Sonia Rincon, CBS 2 News.